Office in partnership with the Yuba County Sheriff's Office took point on this operation, but definitely in partnership with ICAC. We couldn't have done it without them. And then being a smaller jurisdiction, we don't have the resources to put 50 law enforcement officers together a day to do something like this, because that's what it takes. It takes 40 to 50 officers a day to pull off an op like this. So everyone that's a member of that ICAC task force sends personnel, and we've got so much support from, we have a slide listing all the badges of all the agencies, but you're talking local, sheriffs, police departments, state, Homeland Security, FBI, so federal, state, local, everybody working together to make sure that there's at least a few less child predators out there online looking for your children. To the men and women who worked on this operation, I want to say thank you, because it's not agencies that conduct these operations, it's individuals. And while most of us are home with our kids in the evenings or on the days of these operations, these men and women were working through what was a terrible heat wave late into the night, seeing some of the most disgusting things that you can see and hearing some of the most disgusting things you can hear, and we're there to catch these predators. So they went into the darkness to find these predators, and they drug them into the light, and 14 are no longer on the street. To the parents, I think it's important to realize that a generation ago, the advice to our children of beware the creepy guy at the park offering candy or to pet his dog, although that might still have some applicability, the reality is those men, those child predators, they're now online. They don't have to leave the comfort of their homes until they've already groomed a child and they're ready to meet. So you need to know what's on their phone, what kind of communication apps are they using, what are the content of those communications. You've got to monitor if you're a parent in this day and age. And then also don't forget gaming applications. We definitely have intelligence that suggests that these men are trying to go where the children are, which includes gaming applications. So bottom line, the parks are a lot safer today because child predators are looking online for their victims. Finally, to the child predators, there's nowhere that you can hide, not online, not in our communities. We will go into the darkness, we will find you, we will drag you into the light, and we will prosecute you to the full extent of the law. With that, Sheriff Wendell Anderson has some remarks.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Wendell Anderson, Yuba County Sheriff, and I want to start just by thanking our law enforcement partners, the prosecution team, moving forward, and just say that this is just a stark reminder that there are those in our communities, in all of our communities, that will prey upon our children. Our children have so much technology at their fingertips. It's imperative that our parents know who they are communicating with and what applications they are using. These heinous acts that are committed against our kids obviously impact the lives of everybody in our communities. And these individuals that you see behind me and those in the room have provided resources or been involved in this investigation. It just shows you what a collaborative approach that we have in law enforcement, how important our children are to us. And I can't speak highly enough of the work that these men and women have done. Now, as far as the photographs, we provided the photographs because of the propensity for these individuals to victimize children. And should you recognize any of the faces or have any interaction with them, whether it be suspicious or illicit or illegal, please contact the Yuba County Sheriff's Department. We have a tip line that you can find on our website, and we have a tip line, and the phone number is 530-749-5181. And I'm going to keep it short, and I just want to reiterate that these people are everywhere, and they don't always look like what you would expect them to look like. So it could be anyone. Know who your children are communicating with, and when you could control it, who they're talking to on the phones, the different apps that they use. And again, the ICAC team, thank you so much, our district attorney's office, and all those that helped protect our children. Can't speak highly enough of them. And for the predators out there, you will be held accountable for your heinous acts. And there's nowhere that you can hide. We will find you. We need to do this more and more frequently. And I think that the ICAC team is the tip of the spear with this. And we do appreciate you. And regardless of your background, regardless of your beliefs, your political affiliation, this is nonpartisan. This is our children. It's the future of our nation, and we have to protect them. So, thank you.
Now, open it up for any questions. You guys have any questions for anyone up there?
Do you know what platforms that were used on the internet, if there were specific games or social media sites that parents should be on the lookout for?
Honestly, I think there's another dozen or so every day, so it's impossible to give you a concise list of all the different apps that are being used. Basically, wherever children are online, you're going to find these guys. And so I would probably be remiss trying to name some of them. I'm sure some of our ICAC experts could give you a few, but I mean, just anywhere your child has access to a chat feature, and especially if they have access to sending and receiving photos, they're out there, and so you just have to be aware.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna put out the exact platform that we're on, but like you said, it's out there. It's every platform where children can be talked to or spoken to. Sorry.
Again, we're not gonna put out the platforms, but it's a variety of different platforms, any gaming platforms that kids use. The more popular platforms, I mean, it is everywhere. It's imperative, like they said, that parents look out for their kids, make sure that they are kind of monitoring what their kids are doing, who they're talking to. We get a lot of people that pose as young children, trying to groom and trying to talk to kids. And again, I don't know if it was mentioned, this operation was focusing on children, so 13 years of age and under, not 15, 16. We were focusing specifically on 13 years and under. So the people that we were getting, I mean, these are monsters, right? These are people that are looking to have sexual sexual intercourse with like children and stuff. So that's what we were looking at. So.
What's the age range for the suspects?
You know, I don't have that in front of me. I want to say youngest were in their 20s, and the oldest arrested was 81 years old.
Yeah, of course.
I'm Lieutenant Juan Hidalgo. I'm also the commander for the ICAC task force here in Sacramento. Just so you guys know, we cover Stanislaus all the way up to the Oregon border, Vallejo all the way out to Nevada. That's the area that the task force covers. Absolutely.
Is this a new way to kind of go after this problem? Because obviously it's kind of evolving. Back in the day, you didn't have the access to the internet. So talk about kind of how it has changed your guys' approach to combating this issue.
Yeah, it's interesting because it seems to be more prevalent, and the big reason is everyone has a computer. Everyone has a computer on them, sometimes two. What I mean by that is they have phones, they have different ways to get on different platforms nowadays. Children at a younger age are able to get on and use some of these platforms, right? So I think that it's always been there. It's just easier for these people to have access to children.
Any other questions?
Were any of them former law enforcement?
Any of the suspects? They're not technically law enforcement, but there was one of them that worked at the juvenile hall in Sacramento.
Could you speak on him a little bit?
Well, the case is being prosecuted, so obviously when it comes to specifics of the case, we'll do our talking in court. However, what I will say is it's illustrative of why we need to do these kinds of operations, because everyone that I've ever been involved with, there is no like picture or profile of a child predator. They are in all walks of life, all socioeconomic status, and so when you do an operation like this, typically you're going to find at least one that's in some position of power. In this case, it was the juvenile hall in Sacramento, and I'll have to refer you to Sacramento probation if you have any further questions about that.
Can you answer if him happened at work or out of work?
I can't. You'll have to ask Sacramento probation.
Anything else? Anybody else wanna add anything? All right, well, that concludes our press conference. If you guys want any clips afterwards or short interviews, we'll be available for a short time for that. All right, thank you.
PCRA did ask if you guys would be available for an interview afterwards. I said I didn't know.
I'll
If you
do it.
want, you'll do it? Okay.
When
Give
are they
some-
gonna be here?
Any minute. They were recording it on the live feed, but